Well, we got another HDMI port here on this PS5, but they didn't inform me someone else has already been in here and worked on it before. Because I didn't do that right there. You can see jumper cables going to somewhere. So we're going to check these legs and see. This is also a newer HDMI cable. Well, that one's loose. That one's loose. That one. That one. That one. All of these aren't even connected. And that looks like a potential repair. Yeah, this whole thing wasn't even soldered on at any point. Alright. So now I gotta take the whole thing off and figure out what's going on here. Someone else is in here because I'm missing a screw. So, let's see what this HDMI looks like underneath the HDMI. You can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 traces ripped off and priorly repaired. They're fun to deal with. So now I gotta take this off and figure out what's going on here. All the wires connected, we're gonna see if this works. I had to reinstall that HDMI, and I had to reinstall the front USBs because here's a picture. They're all messed up. So we had to replace that ribbon cable. So all that's all done. It's all finished and the HDMI was working. So we just had a PS5 come back after we were done with the HDMI. I didn't show the HDMI working, but I did fix the HDMI port. But now I am seeing a lot of evidence of something else going on, which is a potential drop. I'm seeing a bunch of liquid metal all over the place, and then right in here, I see liquid metal right there as well. I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to see if the liquid metal got all over the place. This might have been dropped. So yeah, the liquid metal flew off this way and got all over the motherboard. Came all the way over here. Man, this is bad. The problem I see is this right here is fried. There's a couple fry marks here on, I think that's 12-volt line. I have no clue. This is bad. I'll try to clean it up, but there's potentially no way I'm going to be able to fix this. So this is the part that got kind of fried with all that liquid metal. So I got to see if the fuse is still good. No way, that fuse is still good. Wow. There's no shorts on any of those caps. And this fuse is still working. Wow. There's no way I would have thought that. Okay. I'm going to check around the motherboard, see if I can find any more lingering liquid metal, but I'm going to... I mean, it should still be connected to this via. That seems all connected. Let's check the back. The back is connected right here. Let's see if there's any problems back here on this chip. No shorts there. I don't see a fuse. Okay. I'm gonna keep looking for liquid metal and then clean it up when I'm going around. So yeah, this of course is one of the 1 out of 10 that we had come in that I did not video me recording everything and make sure it's working. Of course I didn't. I know it was working before we closed it up and everything was fine. So I'm gonna, I cleared all the liquid metal as much as I can find. I'm gonna continue looking through and just making sure that there's no more. Hopefully I find it all, and then we're gonna try to turn it back on. All right, here's a moment of truth. I'm gonna put more liquid metal on here and put it back on with the bracket and see if it turns on. Hopefully it does. Well, before they do that, I gotta take this plate off. There's a bunch of liquid metal around the side, so I'm gonna try to clean that up first. Not too bad, there's just a little bit more right there. It doesn't look like there's a whole bunch. Yeah, there's a whole bunch right in here I gotta get. So we gotta clean that area up. All right, liquid metal's where it's supposed to be. Not all over the board. All right, before I close it up. All right, let's tighten it down. All right. It's tightened. They're a little stripped, but it's tight. Let's plug it in and see if it turns on. All right, so when we got it back, it was beep off. It was beep on, beep off. So let's see what it does. All right, let's plug in the HDMI port that I fixed and power. And let's see if it works. Stay blue. It didn't turn off. Let's see if we get anything on the image. Yes! I don't know if it was dropped or not, but it is back up and running. Let's see if it boots into the main menu. There it goes. Look at that. So it's just stuck saying, please wait. And I don't want to leave this on too long without the fan in it. I'm going to try to shut it off and shut it back on and see what happens. Alright, well, shut it down. I'll put the black cover on, and just so I can put the fan in so it spins. Alright, let's put the fan back on. Let's just fan spin, see if it boots up. Alright, well, I'll keep you guys. Here we go. You guys watch it. Watch the screen. See if it works. Oh, look at that. I don't have the password, but it's back up and running. All right. Okay, the fan's spinning. For all intents and purposes, this is back up and running. I can't test everything else because it's passcode locked, but I can at least put it back together. So, and I'm at a screen. We'll see. I actually do remember testing this before it went on because I like the name Otis. Otis X. All right, last test before we let the customer know it's working. And there it goes. We're going to let it boot up. And there she goes. I'm going to put a controller in here because we had issues with the USB before. So I just want to make sure it's still working before I give it to them. All right, plug it in. It's charging. It's not charging. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's charging. It says right there. We're able to get Otis, but there's other things going on. So it's charging. You can see it charging right down there. So it's working. So yeah, don't drop your PS5s, guys, or else it explodes all over the place and potentially fries it.